right. One last story and we'll wrap it up and get out of here.
All right.
You may or may not have heard this. And again, this is one of those things that you and I are probably on the same page as far as our thoughts are concerned, where it's just like, holy shit, where are the statute of limitations?
Okay.
Steven Tyler is accused of sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl in the 1970s.
Guilty.
50 years ago.
Send him to jail.
50 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. The ironic thing is he's going to be labeled, he's going to be sentenced as a pedophile to a chick that's fucking getting Medicare.
Yeah.
And fucking retirement money, Social Security.
Let's just say that this happened in 75.
Yeah.
Let's see. 75, 85, 95,
2005,
15, yeah. 45, 46, 40, 47 years ago. She was 16.
So 57, 60, 65.
She's 60, what, 62 years old now?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And now all of a sudden she's 62 now. And it's just like, I was 16 when you fucking.
Yeah, I'm aware of this story, and it's like, you know what? Maybe you ought to check with your parents for fucking signing over the rights to you, you dumb twat.
Well, okay. So 16-year-old girl in the 70s. Lawsuit claims the victim is the quote unquote the teen bride in Aerosmith's singer's memoir, and that he convinced her mom to grant him the guardianship.
Yeah. All right. Let's break this down.
All right.
I am definitely not taking Steven Tyler's side here.
All right. I don't know enough about this story. I purposely did not read this because I want initial reaction.
Sure. I mean, look, the bottom line is Steven Tyler was banging a 16-year-old when he was fucking probably 24, 25, however old he was in 72.
Okay. So was Jimmy Page with
yes.
Lori Maddox.
Yeah. And I'm not saying either's right. I'm saying they're both wrong.
I'm not saying it's right either. I'm just saying that this shit happened.
It happened a lot more frequently back then. Again, not saying it's right. Here's the real issue, though. It's been fucking 50 years.
No, 50 plus years.
Yeah. You know what? At this point, you know, I hate to be this guy, but deaf ears. It's not like at this point, whatever was going to happen in your life can be turned around. You're mid 60s now. It's over. Your life is kind of over. And
unless, of course, you need money now.
Yeah, well, and that could be it. But Tyler should be fucking shot. Why would you put this in a book? What are you thinking? He wrote this in his book. How do you justify that?
I don't know. Is it the megalomania of this is rock and roll and I was banging young chicks?
All right, where Steven Tyler, the book had to come out within the last 10 years? I don't know when it came out. But
again, I don't know.
Let's just say within the last 10 to 20 years. That's probably realistic, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where was the management to fucking stop that chapter? Where was the management to say, hey, hold on a minute, Steven?
This was probably pre-Me Too. So,
even still, it's never been cool to say, yeah, I was fucking a 16-year-old.
Right. Well, you know, you and I have had, you know, we've explored music on this show.
Yeah.
That talked about, well, again, let's go look at Winger. She's only 17.
Okay, well, at least there's places in the country where 17 is like, okay, a lot of places.
But even the band Chicago was like Little Miss Lovin'. Sweet 16, mighty fine in those tight blue jeans. Come on to me, Little Miss Lovin'.
Yeah, they should have been put in jail. They should have come on into the fucking county jail.
But that was 76.
Yeah. I mean, it sort of was a thing back then. I'm not, not justifying it, but it was a thing.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. It's just sort of all right. So this happened in 75, 76. So now you're bringing a lawsuit? What's the deal here? What do you need money? Is that the deal?
Yeah, it's plenty ridiculous. The judge should just throw this away and say, nope, not at all. And I know, I'm going to guess this happened and was probably filed in California that has all the fucking screwball laws where there is no statute of limitations on something. You know, I'm almost positive that's where, because in almost anywhere else they would have thrown this out.
Yeah,
they would have said 50 years too fucking bad.
Yeah, it just, to me, it's just like, if you haven't done anything about this since the 70s,
yeah,
where have you been?
Yeah.
If this was such a problem, Aerosmith was at the height of their career in the 80s with MTV.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't do anything about that then, and now you're still waiting, and Aerosmith is way on the decline at this point.
Yeah. But think about it. If
now you got a lawsuit, what the fuck?
If she had a kid with Steven Tyler, he'd be middle-aged. The kid would be middle-aged. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point.
I agree.
You know, I certainly agree that with a rape victim or whatever, maybe 3 years isn't enough. You know, maybe 10. And 10 seems a bit long, but whatever. 10, you know, you get past it and all this other shit. But 50? No. What's next? What's next? Suing his late grandfather because he fucked a 14-year-old once? I mean, Jesus Christ. She's 83 now. You know, she's suing the estate of Steven Tyler. Get the fuck out of here with this nonsense.
It's just, it's hard to imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, well, Jerry, I think you're wrong here. I think Aerosmith's way too big to be canceled. I don't think anybody would care. I don't think people would not go to an Aerosmith concert because of this, do you?
I don't think so.
I'd still go. Somehow I'm not worried about the crimes he committed before I was born. I'm just not.
Again, when decades go by, not 5, 10, even 12 years.
Yeah.
We're talking 30, 40, 50 years. It's just like,
yeah.
And now you're making a deal about this?
Look, no offense to already rape victims, but if we're timing it out in centuries, then I'm not interested. I'm just not interested in here. Well, you know, that was only half a century ago. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know, maybe the reason that it wasn't reported till now was they didn't have cell phones then, and she didn't know how to use a rotary phone, because that's all they had back then was rotary phones. Get the fuck out of here with this nonsense.
That's so funny.
Think of all the things that have been invented since she allegedly was raped by Steven Tyler.
Right.
You know, power steering. You know, I mean, you know, temperature-led beds, beds with a bed number.
Sure.
Internet, cell phones, Humvees, computers, home computers. This happened before the home computer.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with this bullshit.
I know. It's pretty ridiculous when you think about it.
It's crazy. It's too many years have gone by. I'm sorry, but you lose. You should have reported it earlier.
Yeah. Where have you been for the last 5 decades?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry that you lose, but you do. That's just the breaks, hon. You lose. Ugh, just a dumb story. Oh my God.
I agree. Aerosmith star Steven Tyler has been accused in a lawsuit of sexually abusing an underage girl when she was 16, and he was 25 in the 70s.
After this much time, if there was any evidence, wouldn't it be degraded beyond use at 50 years?
Right.
How long is cum good for fucking DNA evaluation? Is it still good after 50 years?
Who knows? This is ridiculous.
It is. It's stupid.
I agree. Let's see where are we at here? Lost my place. Oh, there we are. Julie Holcomb filed the lawsuit in Los Angeles in the final days of California law that temporarily lifts the statute. See, she did it right under the wire.
Mm-hmm.
So where were you for the last 50 years?
I don't know. I honestly am making this up as we go, but this seems like this could be the way this happened. What do you think about that she saw one of those dumb commercials? Like you see did you ever use Roundup? Well, we could sue for millions,
Right.
What do you think of in California? They probably run ads saying, were you raped at any point and you think that too much time has gone by? We can help.
Yeah.
And she went to one of these fucking ambulance chaser guys and they filed the suit.
Yeah. We could prove that even 50 years gone by, it's not too late.
Yeah. With 100% goal of settling this instead of going to court.
Yeah. And who's the winner in this? The lawyer.
Yeah. The lawyer will win.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just unreal.
Yeah, it is. It's the judge and maybe a judge will throw this out of court. You would hope. You would hope he'll just look at it and say, there's no way you can prove something that happened 50 fucking years ago.
Julia Holcomb filed the lawsuit in Los Angeles in the final days of a California law that temporarily lifts the statute of limitations for such claims under a quote unquote look back window that ends on Saturday. The suit, first reported by Rolling Stone, does not name Tyler, identifying him as Defendant Doe, but it quotes directly from Tyler's 2011 memoir describing their relationship.
Gee, I wonder who that could be about then.
So this is 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
Holcomb previously spoken publicly about her alleged relationship with the rock star. Holcomb in the lawsuit accuses the music legend of sexual assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, alleged that he plied her with drugs after gaining guardianship from her mother and pressured her into an abortion.
Wow.
A representative for Tyler did not immediately respond to the request for comment on Thursday night. Though it did not name Holcomb, Tyler's memoir fondly describes his roughly 3 years sexual relationship with a teenage girl.
What is he doing?
Hey, you know what? I was banging some young chick.
Yeah.
I had some young snatch.
Not his best move.
No. I was emulating one of my heroes, Jimmy Page, because he had Lori Maddox. And he kept her squirreled away in a hotel room for years, and she got what is that called? Patriated.
Yeah, repatriated.
From her family. I did the same thing because
emancipated, not patriated.
Emancipated because Led Zeppelin was cool.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, we were cool too, and I just wanted to make sure that we were on par with everybody who are our rock heroes.
Right.
What a mess.
Yeah, it is so stupid.
Holy shit. Let's see here. Though it did not name Holcomb, Tyler's memoir fondly described his roughly 3-year sexual relationship with a teenage girl in the 70s. She was 16. She knew how to nasty, and there wasn't a hair on it. What? At 16, she didn't have any pubes?
Not when Steven was done, apparently.
At 16.
Apparently not.
Okay. he wrote in a book which names the girl as Diana.
Okay, so he lied about the name.
Isn't that the song from Michael Jackson? I think it's called Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana. No.
Is that Michael Jackson or Prince?
It is. It's Michael Jackson.
Okay, Dirty Diana.
From the Bad record.
Right.
Sadly, I know that.
Okay. I knew it was one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
You could find them at a Waffle House causing a fight. Tyler wrote in the book he almost took a teen bride.
Almost.
And that her parents fell in love with me. And yeah, well, of course, you're Steven Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
And signed a paper over to me to have custody so I wouldn't get arrested if I took her out of the state.
Look at Jerry C. from the YouTube. She got emancipated, inebriated, and ejaculated.
Exactly.
And then there's Jimmy. This is bullshit, period.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It is. And here's another one. In most cases, they wanted to be fucked by a rock star to begin with.
Right,
Probably
of course.
true.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you look at what was the plaster casters?
Yeah.
Weren't those chicks like 16 or 17 making cast dicks
Mm-hmm.
from all these guys?
Yeah. Dude, I mean, there's a zillion examples of it. Dude, I mean, we've been backstage or seen chicks just throwing themselves at rock guys. You know, are they all of age? You hope so, but I mean, dude, we've had that conversation with guys that have talked about how they have to have their bus driver checking IDs and stuff.
Right, of course.
Before they let anybody on the bus because they don't want this problem.
Right.
Back then, I don't think anybody gave a shit. They're like, whatever. Come on. This dick ain't going to suck itself.
With my bad self being 26 and she barely being old enough to drive and sexy as hell, I just fell madly in love with her, he wrote. She was a cute, skinny little tomboy dressed up as Little Bo Peep. She was my heart's desire, my partner in crimes of passion. This sounds like Aerosmith lyrics or something.
She's amazing.
Exactly.
She's my little Bo Peep with her hair in a ponytail.
Exactly. Holcomb's lawsuit alleges that she met him in 1973.
Mm-hmm.
So we are talking 50 years ago.
That's right.
73. It is now 2023.
Yeah. She's still feeling the emotional scarring, Neeley.
Yeah, shortly after her 16th birthday. So she is now 66, right?
Yes.
66.
Yeah. Well, needs a little bonus to the Social Security check, apparently.
Holy shit. When she attended an Aerosmith concert in Portland, Oregon, and returned to Tyler's hotel room after the show. Now, again, at 16 years old, where was her mother?
Well, her mother signed the paperwork to let her go.
That's my point. It's just like, so this was not a problem, apparently.
Yeah.
So she's not.
Why is the mom not held accountable? And why is the judge that allowed this not accountable?
Yeah. And here it is. It's like, well, this was not a problem for your parents, apparently signing over your guardianship to Steven Tyler.
Well, where's the judge to say, wait a minute, you're signing over the parental rights of this 16-year-old to a rock guy? Let's back up a little bit here. Why? Where's that guy? Where's that judge? How did that not happen?
Well, again, this happened in Portland, Oregon. So how did California law get involved?
Because she lives in Cali now. Sure.
Yeah, but did this happen?
Filing under the Cali law.
Yeah, no, but this happened somewhere else, apparently.
Well, this is sounding like it's going to get thrown right the fuck
Yeah,
out.
I know. Again, this is all notoriety. The claims that after discussing Holcomb's age, Tyler performed various acts of criminal sexual conduct. So he ate her pussy.
Yeah.
Then he banged her.
And he banged her.
Yeah. According to the lawsuit, the relationship progressed and Holcomb was powerless to resist. Tyler.
Yeah, because he kept her in a cage, apparently, right? He kept her locked away.
Yeah, she didn't enjoy the, the prestige of being with Steven Tyler as a rock guy. Tyler's power, fame, and substantial financial ability. And this goes back to the whole thing that we covered a few weeks ago with the girls that were quote unquote Hefner's chicks.
Yeah.
And now they're complaining bitterly that, we were kept women and he made us do shit.
Yeah.
But yet they did it for like 7 years.
Yeah, they had no problem while they were celebrities, they had no problem.
No. In 1974, Tyler convinced Holcomb's mother to grant him guardianship over her so they could travel across the state line. The suit alleges, echoing Tyler's memoir. Okay, so why aren't you suing your parents then?
Yeah.
Although because they don't have money and they're probably dead.
That's true.
According to Tyler, had promised to take care of the teen and pay for her education and her health care. You think back in 1974, Steven Tyler goes, I'm going to take care of her health care.
Yeah. I very much doubt he was out there pricing. Let's get you some State Farm.
Is that not good? Is that a good health care system?
Yeah. Who's your provider currently?
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Steven Tyler didn't care about his own health care.
Yeah, I mean, Steven Tyler was doing 18 lines of coke a day at that point. Last thing he was worried about was fucking health care.
I don't know.
What's next? What's next? Was he starting a 401k for you too? Fuck out of here.
Is Kaiser Permanente? Is that a good system to be involved with?
Yeah. I need a personal doctor assigned to me. Are they covered in my plan? Fuck out of here.
He instead continued to travel with, assault, and provide alcohol and drugs to the plaintiff.
Well,
she was being assaulted.
She was with his dick.
Right. The following year, Holcomb said she became pregnant with Tyler's son. How'd you know it was a boy? When she was 17. She's only 17.
That's right.
But that he pressured her into an abortion after an apartment fire, claiming that the baby might have been injured by the smoke inhalation.
Wow.
What?
There's a lot going on in this lawsuit.
You had an apartment fire, baby. That thing may have caused Down syndrome. You better get an abortion immediately.
Yes. I'm sure Steven paid for the hanger at least. Come on.
I'm sure he did. Tyler mentions the fire in his memoir, but not the abortion. However, an Aerosmith autobiography from 1997 references a relationship with a teen girl, the apartment fire, and an abortion. Who wrote that?
Who knows?
I mean, again, if this story was clear, why wouldn't they say a Aerosmith autobiography written by blah, 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 who had full access to the band?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say that.
No.
Holcomb she converted to Catholicism following her alleged why is this alleged? So either she did or she didn't. Was she involved or not?
Guess we'll find out.
With Tyler, and became an anti-abortionist activist who repeatedly spoke out about her experience. In 2011, after Tyler published his memoir, she wrote an essay for anti-abortion website lifesitenews.com, claiming Tyler snorted cocaine on her bedside during her abortion.
Cool.
She was having an abortion and Steven Tyler was going, yeah, get that hanger in there deeper.
Yeah. Suck it out. I'll show you how with this bag of Coke.
Here, let me put my Coke straw up in her snatch. Placenta just doesn't have the same high as Coke. I'm sorry to tell you. Go ahead, proceed.
Blood rush. Jesus.
Holcomb also appeared on Fox News in 2020 telling host Tucker Carlson about the alleged relationship and the abortion. I met Steven Tyler when I was just 16 years old, and he became my legal guardian, she said in the interview. He made the decision that he wanted me to have an abortion, and it didn't really matter how I begged to keep my baby. That decision really wasn't going to be in my hands. The lawsuit was filed under the California Child Victim Act, which created a 3-year window for filing civil suits over child sexual abuse claims. The window expires on December 31st. That would be today or yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
For some people.
Yeah, she's got 30 more minutes out there in Cali.
Jesus Christ.
All right, well, I hope Steven, but this is, you know what this is going to be. Steven's going to throw $2 million at her and it's going to go away.
Well,
it's not worth the.
I see a lot of comments in the story.
Mm-hmm.
That was 50 fucking years ago. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
50 years ago.
Yeah, it's dumb. But Tyler's just going to give, $2 million to Steven Tyler's like me and you throwing $500. He's going to give $2 million to make this go away because the last thing he needs is a year's worth of publicity on this.
Right.
Nonsense. But
I agree.
Yes, I will. Feel this loving. I'm down upon my knees. I'm going to tell you that I beg you, please. Yes, indeed. Feel this loving. Feel this loving. Sweet 16, got a fine in your tight blue jeans. Come on to me, feel this loving. And girl, you tie me up, and you kill me when you start that stuff. Mountain top, feel this loving, feel this loving.
Terry Kath might have shot himself in the head just to get away from these allegations.
Well, he was already dead at that point.
Oh, was he? Oh, well.
This was off of Hot Streets. That was Donnie Dacus on lead guitar.
Okay. I have no clue. I don't even know that song. I've never even heard that.
Little Miss Lovin'. Sweet.
No, never heard that.
Mighty Fine in those tight blue jeans.
Was that a hit?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, as I say, that's a deep cut.
It's off of Hot Streets, the album they released after Terry Kath died.
I'm such a Chicago fan that I didn't even know that they had albums that had names. I thought they all just were numbers.
They were numbers. That was the one that broke the trend of having an actual title.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know they had any.
But that would be Chicago 12.
Okay. Was unaware.
I'm educating you here, just like our good friend Bob Nalbandian used to do.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap up the show, I think.
Yeah, let's get out of here. I do want to promote one thing real quick. And,
Okay.
Beginning here in the new year, and it's live now, but it's live in kind of a beta mode right now.
Okay.
But we are launching our 5th channel on CMS Radio.
All right.
And that is an all talk. It's an all talk thing. And it's going to be headlined by us, me and you, Classic Metal Show.
Okay.
Will be the morning show every morning, with like the best of the Classic Metal Show, and the current shows will be on there as well. But it'll be us in the mornings, from 7 to 10 Eastern. And my guy Seth there in the Seth Williams Show will be your afternoon drive, 5 to 7 p.m. every day. And then all of our other shows will be mixed in as well. So if you want just talk, and then throughout, I'll have all of our shows, all of our episodes will all be mixed around and matched around. So it'll be a constant talk radio type of a deal, but not only CMS. Like you have CMS 24/7 for those that want that, but for those that want other stuff, there will be other shows, including this show will be live on it on Saturday nights. Seth and Mike on Seth Williams Show will be live on Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 to 7 p.m. So I'm taking a stab at putting together an actual talk station.
Okay.
So we're going to have a talk radio station too. So if you need something to listen to in your car, on your commute to or from work, give Channel 5 a try. At CMS, what am I calling it? CMS Network Talk, I think, it's just got like a generic name for now, but I don't have a good name for it. So now it's just CMS Network Talk. Kind of like XM has with they have like Faction Talk. Just lame title, but
I'll think
of a better one.
Was this inspired by Mike Trevisano and WTAM?
Well, I'm putting it in the air, Neely. I am putting it in the air.
You're in the air.
You're in the air.
Right.
No, it's just it's something that people have asked me for.
All right.
People have asked for a while to, that listen more to the other shows, really. But, because there's obviously the CMS 24/7. But that's a little bit unorganized. This is going to be a little more organized. So the current shows of the CMS will also be, in the current week. So if you don't catch it live, you can catch the segments in the morning on your way to work.
Okay. So
we're going to turn it into like a true morning show type of a deal. So
all right, perfect.
For those that are interested, cmsradio.net is the website, and it is Channel 5 CMS Network Talk. So like I said, right now it's in beta, but it's in beta just until I can download enough shit to fill up a schedule. So probably a week or so, and then we're good.
Okay. All right. There you go.
That's it. And Happy New Year. So there you go.
Happy New Year, everybody. And thanks for hanging out with us. And we didn't know how the show was going to go tonight, but it went pretty well.
Yeah, I think it went really well. I think Bob would have been I don't want to say happy, because I could just hear him now saying, I really wish you guys wouldn't have made such a big deal about this.
Well, let me do the whole cliche. Bob is smiling down at us.
Ugh, stop.
He's up there with Brian Badass Boone.
Yeah. He's writing a story now about Dimebag and Lemmy, and just stop. He's gone.
He's smiling down on us.
Okay. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. If that's what you need to get through this, fine. Fair enough. But, obviously going to miss our friend. Going to miss him a great deal. Very sad about his passing. And, do yourself a favor if you haven't done it, or even if you have done it. It's free on Tubi. Tubi is 100% free. Put Tubi on your TV tomorrow and watch one of those documentaries, just as kind of a nice tribute to Bob without having to spend a fucking penny.
There you go.
How about that? That's not that much to ask. So,
nope.
So do that. And obviously we thank Bob for his contributions and his friendship and all that stuff. 'Cause it's, it's a big loss.
It is. All right, sir. I will let you pick the closing track And
All right.
we'll get out of here.
All right. Well, I'm going to go against my Nalbandian window, and I am going to go with what I have picked as my death song when I die, but I think it's appropriate when anybody passes away. It is Love Hate from the Living on Layla release with Wish I Had More Time.
Oh, that's a good one. I do have that in CD, I'm pretty sure. So
Okay.
Let me pull that up. Love Hate.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching something on Love Hate just the other day.
Jizzy's making a big deal about his YouTube channel. He's really pushing that hard. So
Is he?
yeah, he's telling a lot of stories on his YouTube. So it's
Okay.
fun to watch actually. If you want to look it up, it's just Jizzy. I think it's Jizzy Pearl TV or J Pearl TV, something like that. It's just if you look up Jizzy Pearl on YouTube, you'll find him.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us and being part of the show. We'll be back next Saturday, God willing, and we'll entertain you again.
Yep.
All right. So here's Jizzy Pearl with Love Hate. Wish I Had More Time. Until next Saturday night, this is Neeley along with my very good friend
Chris Agan.
And we're gone.
Bye, kids.
See ya.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Classic Metal Show. Get all of our episodes uncensored at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. Join us weekly from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Eastern at www.cmsradio.net. Participate in the live chat room at www.chatandkill.com. Once again, thank you for checking out The Classic Metal Show with Neeley and Chris. Hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and hand job.